bailar.
Más bueno que así, ¿verdad?
Claro que sí, mi amor. Muchachas de Hoboken Medical ahí en la Washington y a mi lover, el querido amor mío, Cristina, de 23 años.
Mami, quédate en línea, te tengo un par de boletitos para que estés conmigo en la celebración de Madison Square Garden, Ramona, ¿ok?
Gracias, gracias.
Quiero, baby, gracias por la sintonía. Un saludo para Víctor y todos los muchachos de Academy. Un saludo para Juan Tim Rompecilla, aquí, de Balance Wifi, para Vicky Checo desde Miami, a través del sol. Orlando, feliz cumpleaños para ti. Viene bajando algo, puede ser una vestida de reggae, puede ser una vestida de bachata, merengue, salsita romántica, lo que tú quieras escuchar por aquí con la sección de Nico, para mezclarlo en vivo. Llamada número 9 en Miami, right now, a través del sol al 305-550-9106. Se lleva el próximo par de boletos para tu querido celebrando el cumpleaños. Solo faltan 8 días, el próximo viernes 10 de abril. Quiero ver a todos mis oyentes de Miami, South Florida, en el Miami Bash. Más información y boletos en Ticketmaster.com. Dale, Luis Peloso. Y aquí en Nueva York, llamada número 9 si te falta boletos para estar conmigo el martes 14 de abril en el Madison Square Garden. Solo faltan 12 días. Más información y boletos, Ticketmaster.com.
Desde New York para el mundo, la mega mezcla con Alex Sensei.
MedioActualEspañol.com. Buenos, bonitos, baratos, tú lo conoces. Ánimo. Ya no ande más a pie. Con un por ciento yo me monté. Hagan lo mismo que les también. Yo hice cuál y sabemos muy bien. Pero tu carro no te quede atrás. No ven la copa de coger para atrás. Si tiene más rápido no le pasa. Yo me hizo cuál de la boca floja.
Desde ahora hasta el 31 de marzo te puedes unir a Planet Fitness por solo $10 al mes. ¿Sabes todo lo que vas a recibir por eso? Bicicletas, caminadoras, elípticos y todavía hay más. Entrenamiento de ejercicios sin límites, vestidores limpios y espaciosos y un personal amigable. ¿Y sabes cuál es la mejor parte? Lo mejor es que Planet Fitness es una zona completamente libre de juicios, sin intimidación y sin esa actitud de directamente. Desde ahora hasta el 31 de marzo te puedes unir a Planet Fitness por solo $10 al mes. Así es, tú recibes todo esto por solo $10 al mes.
The Al-Qaeda-linked group Al-Shabaab has claimed responsibility for the attack and is now holding hostages. Sky News correspondent Alistair Bunthall has more on the story.
Correctly, where the university is located is in northeast Kenya, close to the border. Has been the subject of terror attacks and terror threats. Al-Shabaab said that the war with Kenya. The group takes issue with Kenyan military joining up with the African Union and fighting them in Somalia.
One student at the school says the attackers demanded to know whether people were Muslims or Christians and then shot the Christians on the spot. New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez has arrived at federal court in Newark where he is facing corruption charges.
Prosecutors say the Paris vacation travel visas for
he will fight this. So remember, of course, that he's not facing re-election until 2018.
Outside Federal Court in Newark, Palmer at WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time, 12:33. The second black box from the German-winged passenger jet that crashed in the Alps in France has been recovered. CBS News aviation security analyst Mark Rosenker is saying it will be important to see what condition that flight data recorder is in, since it no longer has its protective casing.
Obviously, it would have been much better to have the electronics that survive inside the case, but they're going to work very hard. I've seen cases where, in fact, we've gotten a lot of information out of solid-state electronics because of just the nature of the way they preserve information.
The co-pilot who crashed the plane had a history of suicidal thoughts, and he was able to lock the pilot out of the plane's flight deck. CBS correspondent Alan Pizzi says both issues are now being addressed.
The German authorities announced that they were setting up a task force that would be composed of aviation and medical experts to look at safety issues in particular, and they were going to look at the locking systems on cockpit doors and also setting up profiles to detect whether flight crew had any psychological problems.
Meanwhile, law enforcement source tells CNN that the co-pilot saw as many as 6 boxes one after the other. He was afraid he might lose his head as a result of his medical problems coming to light. WCBS News Time, 12:34. Let's go back now to our top story about those 2 women from Queens who had been arrested on terrorism charges. NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism John Miller just gave this update.
What I can confirm is that arrests were made by the JTTF and NYPD in a national security investigation early this morning in New York City. Unfortunately, at this point, the complaint is still sealed, so anything that has to do with the identities of those arrested or the incident charges in this matter is something that we can't discuss until that complaint is unsealed.
Well, nevertheless, stay with us here at WCBS for the latest on this developing story. WCBS News Time, 12:35.
When you think of Discover, you probably think of their great cash rewards card. Now they've got a great miles card, too. Introducing the Discover It Miles card. You get unlimited 1.5 miles for every dollar you spend, and up to $30 of in-flight Wi-Fi credits each year. You also get your free FICO credit score, and you can talk to a real person in the U.S. anytime. And if you apply now, Discover will double your miles at the end of your first year. Get the new Discover It Miles card today. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/miles.
I have to confess, I love a good beauty steal. Eyeshadows, fancy wrinkle cream, nail polishes, anything I can get my hands on, I take. I really stuff my bag.
It's also Beauty's 21 days of beauty events. Daily beauty steals on all your favorite brands, like Urban Decay and Medicine. Plus, enjoy in-store events with tips and trends from the experts.
Tricks on doing a cat eye? Yeah, I feel that too.
Ulta.com or an Ulta Beauty near you. And April 4th.
WCBS News Time, 12:36. Let's check out the Wall Street numbers. They are all higher. The Dow's up 28 points, Nasdaq up 2 points, S&P up 4 points. Well, it's time for a congressional investigation of the herbal supplements industry. That's the message today from New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman and 13 other state attorney generals, including Connecticut's Attorney General George Jepsen. The request follows an investigation in New York which found that some supplements do not contain what is listed on the label. Baggage handlers, airplane cleaners, and other non-union workers at Philadelphia International Airport have gone out on strike to protest low wages and unfair labor practices. The workers say they make as little as $7.25 an hour. They want their employers to comply with the living wage law passed last year, requiring pay of $10.88. WCBS News Time, 12:37.
A great idea, or it comes along once
exit 17 all the way through exit 23. Tractor trailer flipped over a couple of hours ago. The right lane is closed. Route 1 has got a lot of alternate traffic too. I'll tell you what though, the Merritt is not too bad. Northbound north through Fairfield and up to Westport up to Fairfield. Not a bad ride. That's a very good alternative as long as you're not in a truck or a commercial vehicle. The Tappan Bridge looks good. All of our Hudson River crossings are in good shape. Westbound Cross Frogs heading from Rosedale to the outbound Georgia. Eastbound is heading from Ravine down towards Sheridan. Forget about the Broadway Bridge for Oxford. We've got a fuel spill knocking on one lane delays in that building right over the clear viewing across Allen Parkway. Lights on the Westbound Bridge is much better for you. The bad light and construction roadways have a few roads that are jammed. Now we're going to crash on the Belt Parkway. Eastbound in the area for Knapp Street. That's causing delays. Two lanes are shut down there. Our next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on CBS.
And now we turn to the weather forecast with our meteorologist, Todd Larson.
Traffic through with some clouds, which is much milder this afternoon. Highs 60 to 65, though barely above 50 across south-facing shoreline. Increasing moderate to not windy cloud with showers mainly from late evening on. Lows at 52. This is meteorologist Todd Larson. CBS.
Clear and 60 degrees in Prospect Park. Sunny and 57 degrees Central Park. CBS News Time 12:40. 15.
My first paycheck hardly left the state, much less the county. Today, 46 years later, I operate a corporation in 4 countries, which requires a lot of overseas transfers for salary, operating costs, and for digital data. Tuition for my daughter.
work on the ramp to the Long Island Expressway, so that's been very heavy. And it's humbled up to that point. Over through tractor trailer in Connecticut, Mississippi, northbound 95 minutes to 23, the right lane is 28, and the rest there makes 23, so that's not very heavy. From at least 17 on up. And in Patterson, New Jersey, eastbound 80. The watch for delays and crashes 6 your way. Let's move across as well. Running traffic in state lanes, 10 minutes away on CBS.
And now let's check out the weather forecast with meteorologist Bob Larson. Good afternoon, Bob.
Beautiful weather this afternoon. Sunshine, some late clouds, windy. Places milder, high 60 to 65, but cooler. South-facing shorelines with wind coming into the water. Very cloudy tonight. We'll say windy, mild, a couple of showers in the area from Connecticut on over 52. It's getting quite mild weather, temps are warm, but also cloudy. There'll be some rain at times. First in the morning, then a break. Rain coming back late today, high 63, and rainy weather tomorrow night, low 48. Good for breezing. Cooler weather for Saturday. Temperatures from the area, high 52. Partly sunny and cool Easter Sunday, high 53. Monday after the Yankee season opener, partly sunny and mild. Game time temperature mid-50. Afternoon at 62. Rain is possible Tuesday, high 54. Right now it is mostly sunny. It's 50 in Franklin Square, 61 in Elizabeth, 57 down the high, 62. This is meteorologist Bob Larson in the CBS Weather Center.
The owner of the bar tells the Daily News he suspects the animal may have been living in an empty building nearby. Well, a hit-and-run crash in Flushing, Queens late last night has killed one person. That deadly hit-and-run happened here behind me on 46th Avenue near Utopia Parkway. Police say this happened around 11:30 when a 61-year-old man was crossing 46th Avenue mid-block. They say a vehicle hit him and kept going, leaving the man lying in the roadway, unconscious, unresponsive, and with severe head trauma. He was taken to Flushing Hospital, but could not be saved. Police do not yet have a description of that vehicle, and they're not releasing the victim's name until his family is notified.
That's CBS 2's Andrea Grimes in Flushing.
So how does one go about planning a 117th birthday party? Bill Whitney found out.
With the death of a 117-year-old woman in Japan, Camden, Arkansas officially became the world's oldest person. Even at the age of 116, she's planning for the future. The daughter of sharecroppers wants President Obama to attend the party for her 117th birthday on the 4th of July. Weaver attributes her longevity to treating other people kindly. She continues healthy by taking time to give the nursing home where she lives, doing exercises in her wheelchair 3 times a week. Weaver has 3 meals a day and enjoys frequent visits from her 93-year-old son. Bill Whitney, CBS News.
WCBS News Time, 12:53.
This is Live Radio. I'm Jeffrey Lawrence. I have no idea how Unbroken was snubbed by the Oscar nominators, who idiotically reduced the number of films in the Best Picture category from 10 down to 8 with no explanation. The same goes for its director, Angelina Jolie. Now this Michael Conno played Will Santorini in this true story, a juvenile delinquent who found his calling as a runner in pre-prohibition Northern California and made the 1936 Olympic track team. Then he was drafted into the Army on a rescue mission over the Pacific. Their bomber crashed. He and the only other survivors, 2 of them, spent 47 days at sea in a tiny life raft, surrounded by hungry sharks, only to be rescued, if you call it that, by a Japanese warship, then tossed into a brutal prison camp. There he was singled out for punishment by an officer played by Takamasa Ishihara. The film depicts his determination to survive, endure, and triumph. Now, Unbroken deserves the ultimate honor. DVD library. That's Lions and Radio. I'm Jeffrey Lyons, coming to CBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time, 12:54. Good life is an understatement. We're all constantly on the move and juggling our time at work, friends, and family. So when it comes to eyewear, having a pair of glasses that can keep up is important. Right now, here's Optical, where you can buy one pair of eyeglasses or prescription sunglasses and get a second pair free. 2 pairs of quality eyewear for the price of 1. Visit Here'sOptical.com to find a store near you with status and is limited time offer. Eyewear for doers. Here's Optical.
Bell numbers to any location. Some restrictions may apply. For details, operate 4715.
Potholes are worse than ever. This Viscon tire can't fix the road, but we can save you money on tires. Main stores are jam-packed with crazy deals, general prices, and find a store near you. VivasTire.com.
WCBS News Time, 12:55. Time now to take a look at your money. Here's Tyler Matheson, CNBC.
Thank you so much. Are you on track to a secure retirement? Probably not. According to a new study by researchers at the University of Alabama and Ohio State, found that 58% of the 2,300 full-time workers surveyed were not on the path to secure retirement. The researchers also found that half of those who weren't well prepared didn't even know it. More surprising, we raised money as retirement expert over upgrade. People who have a traditional pension were more inclined to overestimate their preparedness than those who didn't. So what can you do? Well, first, as an upgrade, run the numbers to see where you stand. There's plenty of online calculators to assess the health. Give you an extra hope for the financial growth. As upgrade is to use what's known as a Monte Carlo analysis to handicap the probability that you'll have enough income for life. If that analysis indicates a less than 80% chance of producing the money you'll need to upgrade, says you'll need either to save more, spend less on investment fees, or push back to a retirement date. This is what we have Tyler Matheson, CBC Radio.
Thank you, Tyler. Looking at the numbers for this afternoon, everything is higher. The Dow is up 38 points, Nasdaq up 6 points, S&P up 6 points. WCBS News Time, 12:56.
If you have trouble with online dating, this is the Odyssey founder, Dr. Neil Marquardt. He creates a new solution. Plus, combines the personal attention of a natural
cleared crash on the Northern State Parkway westbound around Swamp Road exit 39, so those traffic lanes are open. Forget about the Thrive State Bridge, Bronxbound, Center Lane block, fuel spill. Traffic sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Listen up, sandwich lovers, now through April 30th and 30th at Subway. You can get all your favorite foot long hits for just $6 each, so whatever you're in the mood for, come to Subway, because every single foot long on the menu is only $6 or less all month long. Subway, eat fresh. Now the forecast from the WCBS Weather Center.
Sunshine mixed in with some clouds. Windy looks milder this afternoon. Highs 60 to 65, though barely above 50 across south-facing shorelines. Increasing cloudiness tonight, windy and mild with a shower or two, mainly from late evening on. Low just 52. This is meteorologist Bob Larson at the WCBS Weather Center.
57 in Syosset and clear, sunny and 57 in Central Park. Relative humidity coming in 30%.
plotting to build a bomb to set it off in the U.S. Police are saying they appeared interested in jihad and were in touch with Al-Qaeda. Nearly $300 million in federal anti-terror money is on the way to New York and New Jersey. Senator Robert Menendez in federal court in Newark today to face corruption charges. The death toll rises to more than 70 in the attack by gunmen on college in Kenya. Sports, Islanders away against the Blue Jackets tonight, and the Rangers visit Minnesota. WCBS News Time at the tone, 1 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Peter King. 2 days after the deadline passed, it appears that an agreement on Iran's nuclear program may be imminent. We get the latest live from CBS's Tammy McCormick.
Peter, CBS News has learned the parties negotiating have agreed on some technical specifics and a broad political agreement. Nuclear expert Joe Cirincione.
We're now negotiating the final baby steps, the exact details of the pace and sequence of sanctions relief.
Well, we're not sure how many of these details will be made public. The White House has referred to what we may hear as a broad announcement. Still, it will want some of the technical elements disclosed so we can prove some progress to Congress, Peter.
In New York City, federal agents have arrested 2 women in what they say is an ISIS-inspired plot. CBS's Paula Reed.
2 New York women have been arrested for plotting a terror attack in the United States. According to court documents, the women repeatedly expressed support for violent jihad and were working to prepare an explosive device. An undercover officer who was communicating with the defendants alleged that the women expressed surprise at why individuals would travel overseas to engage in jihad when there are so many opportunities in the United States.
A violent and deadly attack at a college campus in Kenya. Gunmen claiming to be with the Islamic extremist group Al-Shabaab have killed at least 70 students and wounded almost 80 more. Singling out Christian students for execution. They've also held hostages. Kenya's interior minister says he believes the siege is almost over. German wings co-pilot Andreas Lubitz researched suicide and how to lock cockpit doors days leading up to his deliberate crash last week in the French Alps. Investigators say they found those search terms in his computer. Searchers have also found the plane's second black box. CBS News aviation expert and former NTSB Chair Mark Rosinger.
This will be the second part of the investigation as it relates to marrying up the cockpit voice recorder with the flight data recorder, all of the technical parameters. We will know if he was hand-flying the aircraft or if, in fact, he was dealing almost solely with the autopilot.
We wait word from the French prosecutor that body parts have now been found from all 150 victims. In Indiana, a major change for the state's religious freedom law and a win for opponents who feared it would allow discrimination. CBS's Barry Magnato.
The new Indiana legislation would specifically bar discrimination against gays and lesbians. Businesses couldn't use the controversial religious freedom law there as a legal defense for refusing to provide services. At the announcement, fighting back tears, gay businessman Chris Douglas.
The measure announced today, for the first time in Indiana, establishes sexual orientation and gender identity in the context of recognizing and protecting our rights as equal citizens.
Arkansas lawmakers are making progress with changes to that state's legislation.
Televangelist Reverend Robert Schuller has died after a long illness at age 88. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 32, the NASDAQ up 5. This is CBS News.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you can save up to $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender license law 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Welcome to Staples. How can I help you?
Hey, Staples guy. I need to promote my new business and do it on a budget.
I can make that happen.
Need to print business cards.
Staples can print business cards, brochures, banners, scans, magnets, luggage tags, calendars, sticky notes, lawn signs, and window decals.
What about foam fingers?
What color? Red, yellow, blue.
Your head red yellow.
Make our budget happen, make getting noticed happen. Staples. Make more happen. Now at Staples, get 40% off large banners, posters, and lawn signs.
Offer valid on all large banners, posters, and lawn signs. If you are online at 6/27/15, discount applied before taxes may not be combined with any other offers. See stores.staples.com/signs for details.
Live from Studio 11A in the CBS Hudson Square Broadcast Center, we are News Radio, WCBS HD, WCBS FM HD2, New York.
New numbers are in, and it's sunny and 61 degrees in Central Park. The high for today, 65. WCBS News Time, 1:04.
4. Well, 2 women from Queens have been charged in a bomb plot. WCBS reporter Irene Cornell is live with details.
The federal complaint charges that Noel Valencia's Safia Siddiqui has long expressed support for violent jihad. It cites a poem written by Siddiqui published in an Al-Qaeda magazine that includes the line, "There is no excuse to sit back and wait for the skies to rain martyrdom." She described Osama bin Laden as one of her heroes, and most recently, when asked about the news about a former U.S. military man arrested while trying to get to Syria to join ISIS, she asked, why travel overseas? There are plenty of opportunities for pleasing Allah, as she put it, right here in the United States. The complaint notes that she's been obsessed with pressure cookers ever since they were used in the Boston Marathon bombing, and charges that she's collected multiple propane gas tanks along with instructions for transforming them into bombs. Reporting live from Brooklyn Federal Court, Irene Cornell, WCBS News Radio 880.
Thank you, Irene. WCBS News Time 105. More federal money to fight terror is on the way to New York and New Jersey. WCBS reporter Marla Diamond is live with that story.
And past the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson visited NYPD headquarters to announce that New York City will get a $181 million slice of the $1.6 billion security budget, saying Homeland Security is becoming a matter of hometown security.
Terrorist threat is more decentralized, more diffuse, more complicated. It involves the potential lone wolf actor. It involves effective use of social media, the internet.
The money will be used for counterterrorism efforts like K-9 units, bomb detection, and the NYPD's so-called Dome Awareness Surveillance System. Live at police headquarters, Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 106. Well, New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez is now at the federal courthouse in Newark for his first court appearance after being indicted on corruption charges. He's accused of taking nearly $1 million of gifts and campaign contributions from a longtime friend who is now his co-defendant. Prosecutors say the doctor provided the senator with luxury vacations, airline travel, and money for a legal defense fund. Last night, Menendez promised he will be vindicated. Well, the acting Nassau DA is pushing for tougher punishment for drivers who get behind the wheel after their licenses have been suspended and then kill or seriously injure someone in a crash. WCBS reporter Sophia Hall says the family of one victim was on hand for the announcement. The floods quietly sobbed as they stood next to Nassau County acting DA Madeline Singa. The flood's 12-year-old son Zachary was killed last December after prosecutors said Austin Soldano hit the boy with his SUV. Soldano, they said, was driving with a suspended license. Singa said driving with a suspended license, killing or seriously injuring someone with your car should be a felony, punishable with up to 7 years in prison. Right now, it's a misdemeanor with a maximum sentence of 180 days in jail.
We are here standing with Zachary's parents to say enough.
And Senator Jack Martin said,
Driving is a privilege. It's not a right. When a bad driver gets behind the wheel of a car, that car turns into a weapon.
Sophia Hall, WCBS News Radio 880. WCBS News Time 107.
Today, life is more online than ever. It's incredible what the internet can do, and incredibly frustrating when your internet can't keep up. You can play a video game against your brother across the country, but you can't watch him lose on video chat and stream music at the same time. But it doesn't have to be that way. FILE has 100% buffer optics, so you can get the most out of every game, laptop, and tablet all at the same time, and worry less about missing apps. It's your last chance to get a FILE triple play for $79.99 a month with a 2-year price, guaranteed. Plus, you can get a $300 Visa prepaid card with a 2-year agreement. The deal ends April 18th. When you need a network that can handle it all, why settle when you can have fiber optics? Last chance. Visit Verizon.com/FIOS today. Verizon FIOS, the fastest, most reliable internet. FIOS available in select areas. Online offer for new customers. Subscribe to FIOS TV Select HD 25 meg internet and on phone button. Taxes, fees, FTP, AC, router, and input charges and other terms apply. Verizon Visa prepaid card issued by MetaBank member FDIC. Offer ends 14/15.
WCBS News Time 108. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. What's Jay?
Well, let's take you away from the Tri-State Break Bronx-Span. We've got a fuel spill in the center lane, and it's right around mid-span. Very very heavy delays, especially off of the Clearview. And a lot of folks who are coming north on the Cross Island Parkway are seeing that back up on the Throgsneck Bridge, so they're continuing up to the Whitestone Bridge, and now that's getting real heavy too. You've got delays from just after the Throgsneck all the way up to the Whitestone Bridge span, and that's because of road work. And the northbound Whitestone Expressway, same thing. Delays begin just north of Linden Place, right onto the Whitestone Bridge. So the bottom line is, if you're trying to get into the Bronx, your best bet really is going to be the Triborough Bridge. Even there you've got some delays westbound on the Grand Central into White Avenue. The Grand Central Parkway eastbound side heavy from the LIE through Kew Gardens, Van Wyck and the Mets both ways through the Kew Gardens interchange. Hudson River crossings, no problems. There's a crash on the Belt Parkway eastbound at Knapp Street that's yet to be cleared. It sounds like 2 lanes are blocked there. Our next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on CBS.
And now let's segue on over to the weather forecast with our meteorologist, Bob Larson.
We get warmer weather this afternoon. Sunshine and some late day clouds, high 60 to 65 in most areas, but not much above 50 in south-facing shorelines. We'll turn cloudy tonight. We'll stay windy and mild. We do pinpoint some shower activity for late evening on, but a low of just 52 degrees. Then cloudy wild weather tomorrow. Some of the showers lasting into tomorrow morning, then a break in the rain. Rain returning late in the day and at night. High tomorrow 63, low tomorrow night 48. Right now it is mostly sunny. It's 52 in Bridgeport, but up to 64 in Plainfield. 61 in Midtown. High is 64. This is meteorologist Bob Larson from the WCBS Weather Center.
WCBS News Time, 110.
You're running your business, and we at Wix.com know things can get stressful, but creating your website doesn't have to be. With Wix, you can create a professional website all by yourself. It's easy and free. You don't have to be a programmer. Just drag and drop everything into place. It's your website, your style. Show the world what you can do. Go to Wix.com and create your own stunning website today. It's easy and free.
Because almost 25% of security breaches are caused with lost or stolen devices, choosing the right technology partners becomes a critical business decision. You have Dell Latitude laptops with Intel Core vPro processors, the most secure commercial PCs on the market. It's a decision you never have to think twice about. Better technology is better business. Call today to see why millions of small businesses use Dell at 1-877-414-DELL. 1-877-414-DELL.
WCBS News Time, 112. Cops in Suffolk County are trying to reunite an antique chalice with its rightful owner. The chalice, they believe, may have been stolen. Cops say it recently was pawned by a man whose family has no connection to it. Some engravings on the chalice indicate it was a gift back in 1922 to a couple celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. You can see a photo of it on our website, cbsnewyork.com. WCBS News Time, 112. Well, residents of East Garden City, Long Island will not have to stare at so-called monster poles now that PSEG has scrapped an above-ground power line plan. WCBS Long Island Bureau Chief Mike Zirnax with more.
Amid pressure from East Garden City residents, PSEG has decided against a plan to replace a failed underground cable with overhead lines and those controversial, massive 79-foot utility poles. Victory for the little guys, homeowner Michelle Weber.
I mean, it shows that community activism helps, and if you want a thing, you get it.
Kind of a hopeful sign that you can beat City Hall.
Absolutely.
Last weekend, residents here staged a loud protest against installation of the so-called monster poles. PSEG admits it heard their concerns. In East Garden City, Long Island, Mike Zirnax, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time, 113.
Do you suffer from stiff, painful, and inflamed joints? The symptoms associated with active rheumatoid arthritis can seriously impact one's quality of life. Movement may become increasingly difficult, and simple activities, such as getting dressed, can be a challenge. Researchers are currently conducting a clinical study for those experiencing active, moderate, or severe rheumatoid arthritis. You may qualify if you're 18 or older and currently on a stable dose of methotrexate. If you or someone you know is interested in learning more, call Manhattan Medical Research at 212-480-3333.
Are you behind on filing your New York State tax returns? Call Tenenbaum Law PC at 888-681-7167 or visit didn'tfilenYStax.com.
Well, Central Park has sunny skies now, 61 degrees, going up to a high today of 65.
At 880 on your AM dial and live on your computer and smartphone at cbsnewyork.com.
joining us. Our top story on WCBS: terrorism charges have been brought against two women from Queens. They are accused of plotting to build a bomb and to set it off in the U.S. And right now the Dow up 39 points. Well, it's 1:15, time for sports. Live at the Pepe Auto Group Sports Desk. Visit PepeAutoGroup.com. Here's Gordon Damer.
Well, Pat, all the talk from new baseball commissioner Rob Manfred has been about pace of play, pace of games, how long baseball games take. Well, no problem for that this afternoon. Mets and Cardinals facing off down in Florida. Both teams playing like they are double parked. Final game in Florida for the Mets. And they're playing like it right now. Mets Cards, they are scoreless in the fifth. A lot of first pitch swinging here. Final tune-up for Matt Hardy. He's already done for the day. 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. Usually the big problem for pitchers coming back from Tommy John surgery is their control. Well, yes, it's only spring training, but Harvey in the spring, 22 2/3 innings, 21 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. Yankees and Tigers, they're also underway. Just first inning scoreless there. They are down in Tampa today. Detroit placing Justin Verlander on the 15-day DL. He's got a tricep injury in his arm. First time on the disabled list in his career. A-Rod playing first base this afternoon. Hockey tonight, Rangers back at it. They play against the Minnesota Wild tonight. Martin St. Louis expected back from his knee injury. Blue Shirts have already clinched the playoff spot. 8-point lead over the Islanders for that top spot. Isles more concerned with the Blue Jackets and the Blue Shirts. They skate in Columbus tonight. And golf, Phil Mickelson getting his game ready for next week's Masters. He is right now tied with Scott Piercy, first round of the Houston Open, both at 6 under par. Sports sponsored by Volvo, the Volvo XC60 crossover. Because if it matters to you, it's everything to us. Visit your Volvo showroom for details. Sports 15 at 45, live at the Pepe Auto Group Sports Desk. Gordon Damer, WCBS 880 Sports.
WCBS News Time 1:17. If you're overwhelmed by debt and thinking about going to a credit counseling company for help, think again. Because the majority of those companies actually work for the credit card companies. And they make the credit card companies a lot of money from people just like you. But there's another way out of debt, and it's not bankruptcy. A way to reduce your debts and save you thousands of dollars. Even better, you can find out how for free by calling 1-800-949-6549. At Freedom Debt Relief, we're not a credit counseling organization. We're not a debt consolidation company. We offer a unique alternative to save you the most money possible to resolve your debt in the shortest amount of time. If you're thinking about a credit counselor, ask yourself this. Are they working for you or the credit card companies? Reduce your debt and save thousands of dollars by learning the secrets to settling your debt. For free information, call 1-800-949-6549. That's 1-800-949-6549. 1-800-949-6549. We'll check traffic and weather together right after this.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit Geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
WCBS News Time 1:18. Traffic and weather together on the 8th and sponsored by Noble Rugs and Home. Here's Chris Majette.
Well, the situation on the Throg Snake Bridge is not good. We've got 2 lanes closed now. 2 lanes heading into the Bronx, the left and center lanes because of a fuel spill around mid-span. So very, very heavy delays off of the Clearview. And anybody who's coming north on the Cross Island Parkway is just continuing to the Whitestone Bridge. But honestly, that's not even going to save you much time because we've got road work on the Whitestone Bridge in both directions. Both the Cross Island Parkway and the northbound Whitestone Expressway are very heavy getting up to the Whitestone Bridge. The Triborough Bridge is the best of the bunch, and even there you're going to catch delays from the BQE. This is west on the Grand Central, from the BQE into the area of Hoyt Avenue. The LIE is also getting heavy on the westbound side between the Cross Island Parkway and the area of Utopia Parkway. Had a crash on the Belt Parkway near Knapp Street. Looks like that's cleared away. Big mess in Connecticut. Northbound 95 at exit 23 in Fairfield. The right lane is closed with the remains of a flipped-over tractor-trailer accident. Heavy delays back to about exit 17. Our next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on CBS.
And now let's check out that weather forecast with our meteorologist, Bob Larson.
Partly cloudy this afternoon and noticeably milder with a gusty breeze, high 60 to 65, but cooler across some coastal areas. Windy and mild tonight with a couple of showers in the area, mostly for late evening on, low 52. Mild tomorrow with rain at times, particularly in the afternoon and at night. High tomorrow 63, low tomorrow night 48. We pinpoint much cooler weather for Saturday. Clouds and occasional sun, breezy, high 52. Will stay cool on Sunday. A mix of sun and clouds, high 53. Partly sunny, milder weather on Monday after the Yankees opener. First mid temperature about 55, high 62. Cooler Tuesday, chance of rain, high 54. This is meteorologist Bob Larson of the WCBS Weather Center.
Well, it's 53 degrees and clear in Lindenhurst, sunny and 61 degrees in Central Park. WCBS News Time, 1:20.
Attention! After more than a decade, Noble Rugs & Home, the ultimate destination for designers and Oriental rug collectors, is going out of business. Every fine hand-knotted Oriental rug, from small to palace-size, new or antique, traditional or modern, is reduced 50 to 70% off. And you'll find the best deals on America's best brands of furniture and accessories. Noble Rugs & Home is located at 325 State Route 10 East Hanover. Their number is 973-428-3700. Come in for the best selection or call 973-428-3700. That's 973-428-3700.
WCBS News Time, 1:20. The New York chapter of the Boy Scouts of America reportedly has hired an openly gay adult. The Daily News reports 18-year-old Pascal Tessier will be working at the 10 Mile River Scout Camp. The National Boy Scouts organization voted last year to allow gay scouts, but not openly gay adult leaders. So, the New York chapter may be heading for a showdown now with the national organization. WCBS News Time, 1:21. McDonald's is giving a pay hike to workers in the U.S. This is at company-owned restaurants. They will make an average now of $10 an hour. McDonald's CEO Stephen Easterbrook told CBS this morning that he thinks the raise will help both the employees and the company.
To drive the turnaround, we want to deliver better customer service. Motivated teams will retain the talent, and have motivated teams in the restaurants. Typically, we will see better levels of customer service. That'll help us in this competitive environment we're in.
The company also plans to offer paid vacation time for some workers. Lumber Liquidators is saying about 10,000 customers have now requested in-home air quality test kits. That follows a report on CBS's 60 Minutes last month that the company's laminate flooring, which was made in China, contains high levels of a carcinogen, formaldehyde. The company recently offered the air quality test kits free in an attempt to reassure its customers, that is. Lumber Liquidators insist, though, that its flooring complies with government regulations. Well, this is the first full day of new water restrictions in California because of the drought there. A CUNY professor, Dr. Michio Kaku, says California's Sierra Nevada mountains got little snow this year, and that snow usually supplies about a third of the state's fresh water.
Yeah, people were wondering, where did the snow go? Well, you know, there's an 800-pound gorilla that's sitting on California, and it's called the high-pressure area that deflects cold air from the Arctic and pushes it into the Northeast. So in some sense, the excess snowfall that we've been getting here in New York and the Northeast, in part, should have gone to California to make their reservoirs full instead of being bone dry.
So as a result, people in California are now under orders to cut their water use by 25%. WCBS News Time, 1:22. Pope Francis entered the final busy days of Holy Week today by acknowledging the exhaustion that priests like him can feel. In his Holy Thursday homily, the pontiff said that he thinks often about the weariness of priests, saying, "I pray about it often, especially when I am tired myself." The 78-year-old Pope urged priests to take a rest, but to also embrace what he called the good and healthy tiredness that comes from being a good pastor. Well, April is National Autism Awareness Month, and today is World Autism Awareness Day. So today, the City Sanitation Department and the organization Autism Speaks are unveiling autism awareness posters, which will be displayed on sanitation vehicles all month long. An auction of artwork, furniture, and jewelry, which belonged to Lauren Bacall, has brought in $3.6 million. The items had been in her Manhattan apartment at the Dakota. Anything associated with her first husband, Humphrey Bogart, sold for more than expected, including a steamer trunk that went for more than $47,000. Bacall died in August at the age of 89. WCBS News Time, 1:24.
JCPenney celebrates the theatrical release of Disney's new live-action Cinderella, now playing. JCPenney is your Cinderella and Disney collection destination with hundreds of exclusive items in-store and at jcp.com. Save 20% on Disney collection role-play costumes and accessories. Plus, get a free movie ticket voucher to Disney's Cinderella when you spend $50 or more on any Disney collection purchase. Now through April 15th. Save happily ever after
If you have Medicare Part D, Walgreens can put you at the corner of switching your prescriptions and saving some money. That's because Walgreens makes it easy to switch and save with copays as low as $0 on select Medicare Part D plans. Just bring us your prescriptions and we'll do the rest. Switch to save even more today. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
I'm Tier 1 generic for select plans. WCBS News Time, 1:25. Time now for business, and we're sponsored by Mavis Discount Tire. Taking a look, first of all, at the latest numbers from Bloomberg Business. They are all higher this afternoon. The Dow is up 55 points, still below 18,000 though, by the way. The NASDAQ is up 10 points, and the S&P up 7 points. Now, small business with Joe Connolly.
Connor Horrigan of Half Full Brewery told the WCBS Small Business Breakfast sales will double this year because we're working at ground level every day, sweating the details.
So for us to grow, it's really about kind of reinvesting locally. We do a lot of different local partnerships. UConn, right? I've been there to speak to their class. They've actually had MBAs come in and consult with us. We do stuff with local coffee shops. We did a beer with them. Stanford Innovation Center, we're actually getting involved in a number of events that they have in the startup.
Merenguitos clásicos, como los quiere, romántico, bailables. Puede ser también una mezclita de cumbiecita, puede ser una mezcla de otra de salsita romántica, eso viene más adelante. Cumbia, vallenato, rock en español clásico, lo que tú quieras. Pide y yo te lo mezclo. Llamada número 9 al 305-550-9106. Todos mis oyentes en el sur de la Florida, todo Miami entero a través de Nuevo Sol. Ya sabes que muchas gracias por el apoyo, por la sintonía todos los días, la gente que me acompaña a diario y también a la gente que ya tiene sus boletos para estar conmigo en la celebración de cumpleaños en el Miami Bash el próximo viernes 10 de abril en el American Airlines Arena. Tenemos ya Daddy Yankee, Prince Royce, tenemos a Nicky Jam, Plan B, Arcángel J. Álvarez, Tony Dice, Ivy Queen, Farruko, Zion y Lennox, Maluma, Don Miguelo, French Montana, Mafio, Osmani García, Alejandra Guzmán y las sorpresas que no te puedo decir. Surprise. Ya sabes, boletos a la venta en Ticketmaster.com y la taquilla de la arena. Pégate ya con el sol. Dale, Luis Peroso. New York, lo hacemos el martes 14 de abril. 12 días faltan para el concierto. Puedo decir que, básicamente, tenemos más de 15,000 boletos fuera. Todavía quedan boletos. Y buenos boletos en Ticketmaster.com. Este es el más grande de todos. This is the biggest one. Son 15 años de aniversario. So vamos a botar la casa por la ventana. Si todavía no tienes tus boletos, visita Ticketmaster.com y la taquilla del Garden. Llamada número 9. Te entrego otro par de boletos cortesía de MajorWorldEspanol.com.
Indetenible. La mega mezcla con Alex Sensation. 97 de la mega.
Ken Model, mi amigo el doctor Ken Model y New York Eye Specialist. Y las maravillas que hacen. No sé qué esperan en llamar para que el doctor Model pueda eliminar esos espejuelos o contactos. Llámalo al 212-370-1000. Ese es el número que te va a cambiar la vida. Ahora, con oficinas en New Jersey, bota los espejuelos. Con más de 20 años de experiencia. Y ha hecho más de 100,000 procedimientos de sus propias manos. La consulta es gratis sin ninguna obligación y habla nuestro idioma. Y con planes de pago a tu alcance. Menos de lo que pagas por tu celular mensual para recuperar tu vista. Si estás entre los 18 a los 60 años de edad y no puedes ver bien de lejos o de cerca, llámalo ahora mismo y aprovecha esta oferta. Los primeros 30 oyentes que califiquen, o sea que luego de las pruebas sean candidatos, van a recibir un descuento de $1,000. Y de esos 30, vamos a buscar no a uno, no a dos, sino a 3 oyentes para regalarle el procedimiento. Llama ahora mismo, recupera tu vista con el Dr. Model. 212-370-1000, 212-370-1000 o visita ahora veo2020.com, porque ver es creer.
Este sábado comienza Mega Live Saturdays en All Star Nightclub, 153 3rd Street, Elizabeth, New Jersey. En vivo por la Mega, la nueva casa de los sábados. Es en All Star Nightclub conmigo, James Ball. Reserva 908-353-8005.
IHOP sabe por qué el desayuno es la comida más importante del día, porque ese es el momento en que la familia y los amigos se reúnen para compartir chistes, crear nuevas memorias y conectarse. Y las mejores conexiones suceden en IHOP durante el desayuno a cualquier hora del día. ¿Qué mejor manera de disfrutar la Pascua que disfrutar un rico desayuno en IHOP con waffles que te hacen la boca agua y hasta omelets hechos a mano para escoger? De seguro que todos saldrán con una sonrisa. IHOP, todo gran venta de un día sábado con preestreno el viernes de Sears, será más fácil encontrar increíbles ofertas que huevos de Pascua. Ahorra 55% en lindísimos vestidos para niñas y elegante ropa de vestir para niños. Refresca tu closet y llévate vestidos de primavera con un 55%. Y para looks más casuales, checa lo último en diseños de Covington, Gloria Vanderbilt y Canyon River Blues, también con hasta 55%. Encuentra para él los precios más bajos de la temporada en jeans Levi's, con cortes como el 505 Relax, por solo $39.99, precio regular $58. Obtén 55% en prendas para los más chicos, de marcas que confías como Topskins, Canyon River Blues y Bongo, solo en Sears. Y para realzar el estilo de todos, aprovecha nuestra gran oferta en zapatos. Consigue las livianas plataformas Covington por solo $24.99, precio regular $39.99. Sears, más inspiración.
Disfruta el delicioso sabor helado en cualquier momento con los nuevos cafés y lattes de Dunkin' Donuts, inspirados por los helados Baskin Robbins. Prueba hoy el nuevo café frío Rocky Road. American Sabor con Dunkin'. Precio y participación pueden variar. Oferta por tiempo.
Llegó el mayor. Este viernes llega el mayor a Salsa con Fuego Restaurant y Lounge. Y todo el mundo está gratis toda la noche. Para información, 718-561-6161. La que rompió récords de sintonía y conmovió al mundo entero. ¡Tú lo volviste a Brasil por mí! ¡Volviste para pegarte de Carmina! Avenida Brasil. Estreno 6 de abril a las 8 por Telemundo 47.
Son los precios más bajos de la temporada en Macy's. Compra más, ahorra más en piezas de traje. Ahorra un 30% al comprar 3 o más. Un 30-50% más un 25% menos extra en joyas finas selectas. Compra más, ahorra más en la gran venta de zapatos. 30% menos extra al comprar 2 pares. Compra 2 brasieres de Bali Made Form y más. Y obtén 2 gratis. Y 50% en juegos de sábanas y juegos de cama de Charter Club Damas.
Clorox Regular Bleach no hace nada por sí solo. Para desinfectar, alguien tiene que usarlo. Por eso queremos rendirle honor a las mujeres que generación tras generación han confiado en Clorox. A las que bailan con el trapero mientras limpian el piso de la cocina. A las que siguen el ejemplo de mamá y siempre tienen Clorox Bleach en casa. A las que se ponen los guantes para limpiar y para defender a sus hijos. A las que ponen la familia primero. Ayer, hoy y siempre, nada como Clorox.
Destapa tus piernitas este verano. El doctor Adam Goldman de New York Metro 20 puede ayudar a eliminar esas feas, venas arañas y venas varicosas con la tecnología más avanzada. Llama ahora mismo al doctor Goldman. 855-746-8362. 855 sin pena.
El sábado 9 de mayo celebramos el día del ser humano más especial del mundo, el Día de las Madres. Delta Airlines, Corona Extra y Modelo Especial celebran el Día de las Madres en grande y con tal motivo traen directamente desde México y presentan por primera vez en el Teatro United Palace a Cristian Castro. De Santo Domingo a Watson, Brazo y la nueva sensación de la bachata, Jay Martin. Yo soy el loco aquel. Es la celebración del Día de las Madres el sábado 9 de mayo a las 7 de la noche en el Teatro United Palace con Cristian Castro, Watson, Brazo y Jay Martin. Compra tus boletos en la Casa del Mofongo, las agencias de envíos La Nacional, boletosexpress.com, los supermercados Cherry Valley City Fresh, la boletería del teatro o llamando al 888-561-8757, 888-561-8757. Invitan Major World Espanol, ATAX, Fibracina, Mega 97.9.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Soy Tony Sánchez, el tiburón, y si quiere bajar los pagos mensuales de su hipoteca o salvar su casa de un foreclosure, no se pierda el programa Su Abogado, Su Vivienda y Su Hipoteca. Sábados de 8 a 9 y los domingos de 7 a 8 y 9 a 10 de la mañana por aquí por Mega. Cabanillas y Asociados se especializa en liquidación de préstamo. Para una consulta gratis, llámenos al 1-800 La Firma, 1-800-523-4762. Oficinas en Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, Long Island, White Plains, New Jersey y Connecticut. Para liquidación de préstamo, llame a los número 1, Cabanillas y Asociados, 1-800 La Firma o el abogado en la radio.com.
Con la membresía de Sam's Club obtienes ahorros increíbles cada vez que compras. En esta Semana Santa, obtén un jamón sin hueso por $3,28 por libra o menos. Habichuelas con naranjas y manteca a las hierbas por $3,98 por libra. Y panecillos de 35 unidades horneados en conjunto por $4,98. Únete y ahorra. Sam's Club, la vida es mejor en el club. Consulte en Grupo Detalles.
Jueves clásico, jueves cachi viernes. Ya cachi, mañana viernes santo y su weekend se aplicó para sus casas, apartamentos, los que me escuchan en sus trabajos, negocios y también en las carreteras. Seguimos. Let's go. Vamos recordando una mezclita de merengues clásicos con sentimiento. Jueves clásico.
Quiero ser tu canción desde el principio al fin. Quiero rozar tus labios y ser tu jardín. Ser el jabón que te suaviza, el baño que te baña, la toalla que desliza por tu piel mojada. ser tu almohada, sueños trozos de seda, besarte mientras sueñas y verte dormir. Yo quiero ser el sol que entra y da sobre tu cama, despertarte poco a poco, hacerte sonreír. Quiero estar en el más suave toque de tus dedos, entrar en tu íntimo de tus secretos. Quiero ser la cosa nueva, liberada o prohibida, ser todo en tu vida. Todo hombre que sabe querer, sabe dar y pedir a la vez. Lo mejor es hacer ese amor, porque como sabe dar y pedir a la vez. Lo mejor es hacer de ese amor, porque come, que bebe, que da, que recibe.
Lejos del colegio siempre me esperaba ella, por este camino largo del amanecer, con sus manos blancas hacia abajo del papel. Pues recuerdo yo su risa de niña como llega adolescente, vuelvo yo a encontrarle mi canción, el renacer, el silencio del amor. Adolescente vuelvo yo a encontrarle mi canción, el renacer, el silencio del amor. Yo sé que está adolescente, tierna, comprando las últimas monedas, en el bolsillo me queda, me dejabas el sabor de un cigarrillo en la tarde que morirá, lentamente con el sol. Yo sé que está adolescente, tierna, comprando las últimas monedas, en el bolsillo me queda, me dejabas el sabor de un cigarrillo en la tarde que morirá, con el sol. Ay, ay, ay. Nuestro amor vivía anhelando poder estarnos mirando, porque en nuestros corazones no caben más ilusiones. Nuestro amor lo vence todo, nos queremos de ese modo. Con nuestro amor no hay otro, nos estamos viendo locos. Nuestro amor es una llama que con nada ella se apaga, más grande que el universo, imposible que se apague, cariñoso y siempre tierno. Nuestro amor lo vence todo, nos queremos de ese modo. Como nuestro amor no hay otro, nos estamos viendo locos.
Reasons why I'm not a fan of the prom. However, I acknowledge it's here to stay. So I'm offering some suggestions to it. I mentioned the huge expense. Some schools